how many of you guys, are familiar with the El Sereno Housing Tract Project's recent decision dated January 5th, 09? Let me just see hands.
Familiar with the fact of the decision? I haven't read it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the decision. I haven't read, not read the decision.
I have been in touch with Doug Carsons, who's basically who's worked with whom I've worked closely on the SB 1818 because he has a companion lawsuit, and Doug and I have had occasion to discuss that in some detail.
Joan, what's your question? Would you support the city appealing the court's decision? Yes or no, and why? 30 seconds. Tell us just, Joan, give us 10 seconds.
No problem.
Wait a second, you gotta step up here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my voice would carry. The court's decision, the case is El Sereno Tract Housing, was 24 houses, 24 house development, but we're talking about, 500,000 cubic feet of grading, and it was basically the CEQA was done. An EIR was done, but originally it was done 20 years ago, and then the city council reversed their decision and said that another one had to be done, what's called an SEIR, Supplemental Environmental Impact Report. And so the developer sued the city and said, we've already done everything, complied with all the conditions, and done this and that and the other. And so we don't want to, and we don't have to. And the question is, the city was, had to defend it. The judge ruled in favor of the developer. And my question is, will the city appeal the decision? That's the question. Okay.
Should the city appeal the decision, and why? And we'll start with Michael.
Okay, well, while I was aware of the lawsuit, I wasn't aware of the details of the decision, to be quite honest. And as David has said, this is not my area of expertise, so I'd want to consult with expert lawyers. I'm sure maybe Noel, the potential new czar of land use in the city of LA, would weigh in. But I know the understanding.
The question is a 20-year-old EIR.
Right.
Should it be valid in today's world?
Right. To me, a lot changes in 20 years. We talked earlier about how.
10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds. In a word, yes, I think that it's important that the EIR should have been redone, and the supplemental EIR should have been redone to assess the new changes that have taken place.
David, 10 seconds.
It's a no-brainer. You need a new EIR. That's it.
Nooch, 10 seconds.
If the city ordered a supplemental EIR, that means they had solid grounds for a reasonable, rational decision to order that supplemental EIR. My belief is, based upon that, we should appeal it. If that was our decision in the first place and it was well thought out, then we should go forward.
No information discovered.
Noel?
Yes, of course you should appeal it, and more importantly, you had a 10 or 15-year lapse here. These tract maps are only good for a limited period of time, 6 years in this case. Why is it that the city council allowed this developer the reign to go that far? And the bottom line is, again, pragmatic. City attorney was silent. City attorney should have been there. The city attorney wasn't there. All the city attorney